Hey, it's Scott Beebe with the Business on Purpose platform, mybusinessonpurpose.com. Thanks for joining me on the daily briefing, where we have an opportunity as often as we possibly can on the Business on Purpose podcast to be able to liberate you from the chaos of working in your business. And a lot of the times what we do is we're coming right out of a one-on-one client session or a group coaching session in our 4 Steps to Business Freedom, and we're seeing situations that might be beneficial to you and that general times are beneficial to you as a small business owner to help liberate you from that chaos that you're feeling of being pulled into 17 different directions. Just came out of a session where we're actually leading a client through 3 big questions that I think would be very powerful for you to ask with your team. We get questions all the time. Hey, should we do a 360 assessment of our team members? And those are certainly valuable. And if you have a habit of doing those, then by all means, and especially if you have a culture of doing those, a 360 assessment is really where one person is kind of man in the middle and other team members come around them. Obviously, team members that have some affinity towards what they do. You know, if you're all in the sales department or if you're a vice president of sales or something like that, and then the other vice presidents come around you. If you're in a small business, which most of you are, it could be your whole team. If you've got a team of 4 or a team of 7 or a team of 8 or 2, whatever it is. But a 360 assessment is where you come in with specific questions and you begin to assess, to give feedback to the person who is in the middle. And so the idea is that that person gets a variety of perspective from in-house, from the internal team members that they're working with. And it can be really powerful. Now, obviously, you got to have some trust. You have a lot of trust and a lot of maturity. We've come across another way that I think would be helpful for you to get a similar perspective, a similar outcome as a general 360, but maybe it's a little bit more fun and you can kind of go around the horn. And I originally learned about this from Tom Schwab and Aaron Walker at an ISI getaway weekend up in Evans Mill. And what we did during that weekend is, I think they called it the duct tape sessions. So the idea was, as soon as the question was asked, you put duct tape over your mouth, not really, but figuratively, put duct tape over your mouth. You closed your mouth, you didn't say a word, and you just listened. And so the questions were really powerful, and they're real simple, and there are 3 of them. The first question, what's your superpower? What are you better than anybody else in the world, or at least anybody else in your world? And so what's your superpower? And you just go around the room and start to answer. Hey, this person is really good at this. Now, one thing I will recommend is that you get beyond the pithy sayings and the 1 or 3 word statements. Really dive in. So if you say somebody is really good at detail, what do you mean by that? Give an example so that people can see the actual detail of why they're good at detail. So the second question that you want to ask, in addition to what's your superpower, is flip that. Imagine they're Superman. What's their kryptonite? What's the one thing when they come face to face with kind of drains them of their energy? All right. So you can just ask that question. What drains this person of their energy? And again, go around the room, get that perspective, that insight, which is really helpful. And be detailed. Give examples. The third and final big question in this, what Tom Schwab called the duct tape session, is the question of, what are your blind spots? What are the things that you can't see, that you don't know are out there? Things that, well, a lot of times you just miss them because they're in your blind spot. What are those things? And again, be detailed. Allow the team to be able to speak into that. Of course, with these questions, you need a lot of maturity. You need the ability to be able to kind of sit back and listen and put that duct tape over your mouth so that you can get perspective. And once it's done, now your team has got a body of work. They've got real content that you can drill in on and figure out and encourage each other. This is how we can get better as a team. Hey, I hope that's helpful. Go check us out at mybusinessonpurpose.com/guide, where we offer a free 1-page PDF where you can audit your business to figure out if you're working on your business or if you're working in your business. And that's precisely what we do, is to help liberate you from the chaos of working in your business so that you can get your life back. Make time for what matters most. Hey, thanks for joining me on the Business on Purpose podcast.